I don't know who they are, but people are shooting in broad daylight. And they're scared to check their mailboxes. And they've been in those neighborhoods, man, or in those homes for 40, 50 years. And when you're afraid to check your mailbox, that's a problem. And you're a senior citizen, and kids are outside, right? They need help.
Chip on my shoulder. I got something to prove, like a gun in a holster. Loaded, ready to shoot. Got big energy. Ain't scared to dream. Got big energy. Got big energy.
You know this a different energy, right?
Now, let me ask you a question. If you could talk about it, the sworn-in process. Tell us, if you can, about the legal challenges of that.
The truth?
Yeah.
So what happened was, and I'm pretty sure, you know, if you're in this area, everybody heard about it. It was all over the news for months now. You know, for a while I couldn't talk about it. This is what I will share. So what happened was we ran. There was 5 people running for the seat that I was running for. I knew most of them. We all cool, never had any issues. So you thought? Yeah. So a week before the election, the man that had the seat for 20 plus years, Mr. Thomas Lowry, he dies. He was the incumbent, which has never happened in the state of South Carolina, where the incumbent dies right before the election. And now, even if by law, if there's a local election and there is an appeal, the person that had the seat prior to gets to keep the seat until the appeals are over.
Gotcha.
So he dies, right? And so what happened was myself and the other young man, Mr. Brown, we were the top 2 in numbers, votes, and we had a runoff. I won the runoff by 65%. The other young man that had the least amount of votes started appealing, right? So when he appealed, I won't get into all that, but he appealed the whole election, right? And when he appealed, he lost on the local level. He took it to the state level. He lost it on that level. He appealed it. He lost it again. Then he filed for the state Supreme Court. He lost it there. He appealed that one. Then he lost it there. And then he took it to the federal Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And he lost it then. So what happened?
It just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, so 9 months in, after I won, 9 months in, after I won, he appealed 5 or 6 times. And because nobody had the seat, that position was vacant, and nothing could be done, right? So I had to wait it out. And, you know, by law, you can appeal it. But, you know, we wasted 9 months. And, you know, I don't have any problems with him. I knew him somewhat prior to. And, you know, that's your right as a citizen. But, you know, my goal was always the people that voted for me and that's still supporting me now, it was about trying to keep my word.
You ain't going to say it, but I'm going to say it for you. Sound he had light skin moments.
Well, I was already thinking it.
Well, I mean, you ain't going to say it, but I'm just going to say it.
Well,
that sounds like a lot of hate. You doing all that appeal. I'm like, bro, man, it ain't meant to be, but thank God you did.
When it got to the federal Supreme Court and they kicked it out, that was the last step. Yeah. And so, you know, when a person appeals something, he kept losing because they couldn't find any grounds for the appeal.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
well, you trying to do like a Trump think it was rigged? You can't say it, but that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I'm not really sure. He and I haven't talked. All I knew was on my end, even until today, you can go back and check a year ago. That wasn't my focus.
Yeah.
It was the people when they reached out to me about running, and they supported. They came out, they voted, and the things that I told them I was going to do.
You gonna do?
That's what I already started to do as of.
And see, that's how
as soon as I
God
got
works,
sworn
man.
in,
When he know your heart and he know you serious and you about the people,
Yeah,
nothing they can do out there is gonna change that. It's meant for you.
you're right.
It's meant for you.
You're right. So, even now, we had to hit the ground running. After I got sworn in this month, after I got sworn in, we had to hit the ground running, man. We got every moment counts.
Yeah.
So we've been working already. I met with law enforcement already to try to get the area cleaned up on one side of my ward. There's a lot of dilapidated abandoned houses.
This episode is sponsored by Goings Law Firm. If you or your family member needs a real deal lawyer who knows how to fight hard in court, call Robert Goings and his team at the Goings Law Firm. They handle car wrecks, trucking accidents, workers' comp, and serious injury or death cases. If you want the best, you got to hire the best. Robert Goins and his law firm team know how to win and get you the money you deserve. Goins Law Firm is located at 1510 Calhoun Street, Columbia, South Carolina. Again, 1510 Calhoun Street, Columbia, South Carolina. Train So Hard University, where it's just not a movement, it's a lifestyle. You can contact myself, Excalibur Miller, on Facebook, or my Instagram, The Miller Experience, or you contact my brother, T. Miller, on Facebook, or on Instagram, Prodigal Son 36. If you're interested in being a sponsor for Shop Talk or the Miller Experience, you can contact myself, Ernest Miller, at 803-565-9752. Or you can hit me up on my email at eaenestmiller83@gmail.com. You can also make contact with my producer, Victor Wesley of Vic West Production. His telephone number is 803-225-0021. Also, his email address is vicwestp@gmail.com.
You're in Ward 1, right?
Ward 1.
Now I'm new to the area. What area is Ward 1?
So it's weird, right? But you wouldn't think about it this way. It's the north side of Sumter.
Okay.
So it starts behind Morris College. Okay. It comes to Broad Street, Dairy Cream, Bundy Auto Sales. Yeah. It goes all the way down to Shaw Air Force Base.
So I'm in your ward, then. Yeah, okay, I'm in your ward.
It goes on the right side of the Shaw. Yeah. It goes.
Remember when I told you on my interview?
Yeah.
When we used to call ourselves Northside?
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Got you, yeah.
Shaw and
Yeah.
Broad
Got
Street.
you,
Yeah. So it goes all the way down to Shaw, but then Shoney's, Dillon Park, all the way to 521, almost to Stanley Livestock Road.
Yeah, that's exactly, that's my area.
All of that is considered Ward 1 because it was rezoned during the pandemic. So they changed the lines and then everything shifted. Now, I've been on this side of town since 2006 after I got married. So I've been in the Ward 1 area or vicinity for the last 17 years. So one side of my ward is close to the base, which is where you live and I live. But the other side is behind Morris College. That's Gamecock, that's Carolina, that's Highland and everything else. And the people over there and also in my area, there were some things they wanted to see done. The man that passed away was sick for 2.5 years with terminal cancer. So nothing was done in my area in over 3.5 years. So they were complaining. There were things that they wanted to see done. And so now we got to grind. We got to make every moment count, try to get these people the help they need. And, I'm not big on talking about what I do, but let my work do my talking, right?
There you go. Yep.
So right now, we already got it approved that 12 abandoned, dilapidated blight homes will already be knocked down. Working with law enforcement, man, to help clean up some areas. The older people are afraid to come outside because, I don't know who they are, but people are shooting in broad daylight. And they're scared to check their mailboxes. And they've been in those neighborhoods, man, or in those homes for 40, 50 years. And when you're afraid to check your mailbox, that's a problem. And you're a senior citizen, and kids are outside, right? Mm-hmm. They need help. Yeah. And so when they start coming to us about those issues, you got to think, if that's my grandparent, if that's my child, what type of neighborhood would I want them to be in? And then you work toward.
Trust me, we was in the process of moving here. That's what we was. Yeah, that was the first thing.
From there, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have a quality of life, and everybody wants peace in their neighborhood. Nobody want to wake up, and you're nervous about what's going to happen. That's the goal.
I got another question to ask for Fred get to the questions he want to ask you.
Uh-huh.
How do you balance faith and politics?
The truth, my faith leads my politics, right? I'm not a person that I have to shove the Bible down your throat to get my job done. My faith and my conviction actually leads me into politics because I'm a strive to be fair, strive to do right by people. And ultimately, I always ask myself, if this was me, how would I want to be handled? How would I want to be treated? I strive to live my life from that place, right? So everything I do, man, is my faith is in everything I do as it relates to people, right? Try to be fair, try my best to do right by people. I don't always get it right. You know, we're human. But the politics, you know, I know what people hear about politics, and I know the ugly side of it, right? But if we don't show up to the table, nothing changes. So I got to be the change that I want to see.
That's why I say the reason why I went in law enforcement.
I got to be the change, right? I can sit back and say, ain't nobody no good, everybody's terrible, and just kind of put everybody in a box. But that's not everybody. There's good people in everything you do. There's bad people in everything you do. But you can sit back and complain, but you got to be the change. And sometimes people won't believe you at first, but then they got to see it. And then when they see it, then they'll catch on. But my faith is laced in everything I do. I can't help it. It's just kind of how I'm wired now. So when I meet with people, it's not about a vote. It's about what's really going on. How can we help? If I can help, or if it's not my area, can I lead you to the right person to get you the help you need? So I've been doing that, you know, forever. And it's about serving people. That's the goal.
To be continued. So make sure you check out the next episode. And also, you make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel, The Mill Experience. And now we also on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Make sure you download. Peace.
Who told you being intelligent is whack? So place your bets. My faith is fresh. I'ma make it stretch. Cause I sat there eye to eye with the face of death. And you ain't putting work in unless you break a sweat. Bringing back a 4-course meal. Keep the table set. Step in my belief. I'm expressive when I